It's been one fucking weekend, man. I tell you that much. It's been one hell of a weekend. But we are here. We are here. Welcome to, I think it's episode 39 of the Best Damn W show. I will be hosting today. I'm your guy, Nick Andre. Jay is out today. I got my sister to the next me. My girl Olivia. How you doing today? Or how
What
you
up?
been?
It's been quite the week, and it's only what Tuesday. But
Literally.
I'm black and I'm blessed, and I'm happy to be here to talk hoops.
Same here, same here. Then we got the producer Wally. What's going on with you?
What's happening? What's happening? Just blessed to be here, blessed to produce the pod.
Nah, it's funny. I just started thinking about what every time we hop on the stream, you're like, my beautiful black people. I feel like
Absolutely, absolutely. Look, we got rushed today because we
yeah,
got
they
we
black
got we got
folks.
hit last minute. But always, look, every time they come on, yes, these are my beautiful black people.
Nah,
Every
Period.
time.
facts. Since we on episode 39, I don't know why Jay's been doing this the past couple episodes. Do we know anybody that wore jersey number 39? I don't think there's anybody.
I
Give
don't
me
think
one
so
sec.
either.
I'm like,
39.
39 is an odd number.
It is. I don't
I feel
know.
like
I don't
there
think
is.
so.
I feel like there is,
Did
but
Dwight Howard wear 39
I think he did with the Lakers.
with the Lakers, right?
I think he did. That might be the only one. That might have been who I was thinking about. No,
Fact
definitely
check
fact check
that.
that.
Fact check that, Wiley.
Definitely fact check that. But nah,
Because
it's
I
a
kind of
pleasure.
remember him wearing, like, I vaguely
That is
remember it in
correct.
my mind. Dang, I
Dwight.
know I know
You know what
basketball.
I'm saying? 'Cause I mean, I mean,
Like,
because
y'all really, like, people really think that they be doing this who shit. I
So
really
nah,
know
also you have Greg Ostertag for the Jazz.
I
basketball.
forgot
Oh,
about
and
that.
I would have not remembered that.
Jeremy Grant when he was with the Sixers. Wouldn't
Ah,
He
okay.
wore 39?
He's a DMB product. Shout out to Jeremy Grant.
I don't know why I don't remember that. That's crazy.
I don't remember that either. I'm not gonna hold you.
Right.
I did
But
I forgot that he played for the Sixers. So there's that.
no, he was there for a minute. Where did he
Is that
start
where he
out? Like
got
OKC?
drafted? Oh no, he started at OKC. I think you're right.
Oh wait, no, he might have started out in Philly, then went to OKC.
OKC, one of the two.
Mm-hmm. I think. I don't know. But either way, let's go
Nick
and
is
get
right
you.
here. Lamar, what you mean? Where my dog Nick? You mean
You
Jay?
mean Jay? I say, I'm
all
here.
all
I
blacks look
know
alike is
I know I'm
crazy.
dark as hell, but come on, man. We can't do that, man.
That's crazy. I'm not gonna
But
hold you, Lamar.
exactly. Like, damn, yo.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But shall we start? Shall we just go and get right to the shit?
Yeah.
Um, for those who have been living, well, let's be real, the whole world knows what happened. Saturday afternoon, Indiana Fever, Chicago Sky, matching up, first meeting of the season, first of five, which is still fucking insane. And give credit to Indiana, got the dub, win convincingly too. They beat the shit out of Chicago. But obviously, the biggest storyline of the game was Caitlin Clark flagrant fouls, Angel Reese. Angel Reese retaliates, and as soon as I saw the play, I'll be real, I knew that it was going to be a storyline for days and weeks to come. So let's start with you, man. Let's get your thoughts on the whole situation that took place.
Um. Well, on the court, the stuff that took place, I think it was blown out of proportion. Like anything that deals with Caitlin Clark is typically blown out of proportion. If you blow at her the wrong way, if you breathe on her too heavy, it's blown out of proportion. So as soon as the play happened, we already knew what type of time it was going to be on. We knew that we were going to have think pieces. We knew that it was going to be over exaggerated in the media just because of the two players that were involved on the actual basketball court. It was something that happens in basketball. Angel Reese pushed Natasha Howard in the back. She was trying to get a rebound, but she gave her a push in the back, which happens down in the paint. It's common. People are tussling for the basketball. The refs did not call it, which I agree. It was a foul that should have been called. However, Camilla was getting the shit slapped out of her all game, and they weren't calling that either. So I don't really want to hear complaints about the refs, to be honest. But anyway, Angel pushed Natasha Howard. Caitlin saw it. she saw that it was no foul called and she retaliated. I have zero issues with retaliation. Zero, because I used to retaliate. Don't care. You're not messing with my teammate without me getting my lick in as well. She retaliated. The left arm was excessive when she pushed Angel. They called the flagrant foul, the flagrant one. I think it was the correct call. I think it was absolutely the correct call. I think Angel getting up and seeing what's up, I think that's the correct thing to do as well, because I would have done the exact same thing. If you feel like somebody's pushing you to the ground, and you feel like in your head in this point in time it's not a basketball play, I'm gonna get up and see what's up. And that's exactly what she did. So I think that the refs got it right in terms of calling the flagrant one. And we'll get in a little bit into everything else, like in terms of the aftermath. But in terms of like the actual basketball play, completely blown out of proportion. Like it's really nothing to it. But then again, I'm not surprised because we talked about a hip check last year for a month. So that's that.
100%. I think this is what people got to realize. So I've seen so many people with their take on it saying, "Oh, Angel Reese flopped. Angel Reese flopped." I don't think people realize that when Angel actually got fouled, she was actually going up for a layup, I want to say. So she was already in motion to score. So she's already in motion to do what she do. Now she gets a push from Caitlin that just adds momentum to it, honestly. Like, people are making it seem, because people were saying, "Oh, I don't know how Angel just let Caitlin Clark push her when she's like way bigger than her." And it's like, y'all got to realize the situation that happened. And on top of that, like, if Angel Reese was standing straight up, there's no way, I don't believe that Caitlin Clark would actually push her to the ground. That's just my opinion. But I agree. I think that they got it right. I mean, it's a clear push, to be honest. Like, I don't understand how anybody could how anybody could honestly dispute that. And people also got to understand, because it's like everybody wanted to post that clip of Angel fouling Natasha Howard the play before, which, I mean, I get, in my opinion, it could have went either way. Like, I wouldn't have been mad if they called the foul, but at the end of the day, it's basketball, it's play on. But it still doesn't take anything away from the fact that Caitlin hard fouled Angel. Like, I don't understand why people were trying to use that clip to prove a point, honestly. But it's like I said, I agree with you. I think it was, I mean, look, it was a foul. It was a flagrant foul. Now, look, it doesn't mean that Caitlin Clark is a dirty player by any means. It was just a hard foul. She shoved her. Angel felt away, so she responded the way that she responded. Angel had every right to respond the way that she responded.
Correct.
And let's move on, honestly. Like, I feel like it should have not been as blown out of proportion as it was. It was a basketball play. Physicality is a part of the game. It happens.
Correct.
So
Correct.
hard fouls like that are going to happen every now and then. And like I said, Angel definitely had a right to feel the way that she felt and retaliate the way that she wanted to retaliate. Like I said, it was a basketball play. Let's go. What you got, Wally?
Of course, we have the video, and I'm with y'all. Angel had every right to be upset, and I get the point of Angel being upset. Probably wasn't even the foul; it's everything that happened after said foul.
Correct.
There was a stare down.
And look how Caitlin Clark pushes Angel Reese, and Angel Reese gets right up into Caitlin Clark. Afterwards, has something to say as Clark.
And we also
Angel Reese in one word.
Oh, my bad. Wrong one.
Not yet. Not yet. This is the angle right here.
Right.
Clearly pushed her.
That's literally a push, bro. What are we doing?
Clearly pushed her from behind, like, which is a basketball play. You know what I'm saying? I just don't get why people are acting shocked. I'm skipping forward a little bit with Cheryl Swoop's comments about it, but I have no problem with her saying that Aaliyah Boston should have got her own player. You don't ever put your hands on the other team's players. Don't do that. Like, because then when you get your ass slapped, you're going to be looking all confused. Like, what happened? When someone is seeing red and like they're trying to get up and get their get back, if you're not on my team, bro, don't touch me. Please don't touch me.
Agreed. 100%. You're never supposed to go and like defend the other player. You definitely got to always be on your side. But also, the thing about it is that one thing that I realized just looking at that video is Caitlin can't walk away like that, fam. Like, come on, you got to stand on the shit.
Stand on it.
Just walk away like
stand on it.
And I mean, look, I'm not saying that she actually had an intention of really like trying to hurt Angel or anything, but like when you make a shove like that, you got to stand on it. Like, you can't just walk away and act like, oh, I'm just gonna ignore the situation. Like, no, you initiated the situation. Like, you got to stand on that.
I mean, but isn't it a common theme for her?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Because of course, the poster child can't do no wrong.
Never.
The poster child can't do no wrong, and we see it in the response, we see it in the comments, we see it in the media, like, and that's the part that pisses me off the most, because you motherfuckers are getting on here and y'all are acting as if Caitlyn cannot do any wrong. Guess what, motherfuckers? There's plenty of tape of Caitlyn pushing motherfuckers, hitting people, all of the above back in college, and all the
Literally, I
way
was
to
about
the
to say
pro. Like,
it goes back
come
to
on now.
college.
Like, let's look, if you want to call a spade when it comes to the black athletes, call a spade when it comes to Caitlyn too. She ain't no fucking angel. And I'm not talking about Angel Reese. She ain't no angel. She gets down and dirty just like the rest of them.
Bro, it's basketball at the end of the day. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Shantae's right, never stands on it. She wasn't about to do it. We know she was. Come on now. We already know she wasn't about to do nothing for real. So I respect it. I don't even want to see you get an angel face, because that's just laughable. We know you're not going to do shit. So just walk away like she did. I think it was the best response. Just walk away like you did, because if she got an angel face, like, come on, bro. That's laughable. That's like my 3-year-old getting in somebody's face. Stop it. Stop. She put a little muscle mass on, but Angel not one of them ones, bro. Like,
Yes.
she from Baltimore. Like, and I'm not even saying this about where you from, but if you from Baltimore and see the things that go on in Baltimore, it's just a little different than Iowa. I promise you, it's a little different than Iowa. So, what's up, Jada?
I can imagine.
But yeah, so I mean, that's the on the court stuff, right? Nick, I'm gonna swing it to you first. I'm gonna let you start it.
Oh my god, you coming to me?
I'm putting you on the spot. Now, a lot of people have been trying to act aloof, dense, idiotic, and they're like, "Oh, it's just basketball. It's just this." Yes, it was a basketball play, but people are trying to act ignorant to the fact of the aftermath of that basketball play. So I want you to tell me, what have you seen from the aftermath of the basketball play, and how do you think that, in regards to the racial relations, how do you think that Caitlyn has been handling all of this?
It's pure racism. I mean, there's really no other way to really put it, honestly. I mean, which we've clearly been seeing ever since she really got to the W. I mean, obviously, I think probably the first like major shit was the whole Kennedy Carter shove, which I definitely disagree with, but they definitely made it like such a big deal for like you said, at least damn near a month. And obviously this play too, honestly. But I mean, when it comes to the whole racist thing, and I like, this is exactly why Lo wanted to put me on the spot, because I'm about to say this. I'm gonna be real, and people gonna get mad at me for saying this, but Caitlyn plays a role in this too. She plays a role in this as well. And I'm not here accusing Caitlyn Clark of being racist, because I don't believe that she's racist. But when somebody is using your name to promote racism and you don't speak on it on any like by any terms, I got a problem with that. And it's like, I know that she had the interview, I believe, yesterday at practice, and she was talking about the WNBA investigation based on what happened in Indiana, and she said, "Oh, there's no room for this league." That's not enough for me. That's not enough, honestly. Caitlyn's not naive to any of this. Caitlyn knows what's going on. Like, so people can use that excuse of, oh, she don't use social media or she's not active on social media. Caitlyn knows exactly what's going on. Especially when you look at the fact that her teammates are going through it or were going through it as well. Like last year, at the beginning of last year, Leah Boston was getting mad racist shit, like in her comments on TikTok, Instagram, all of that. And then you even look at this year. I remember when Bree Turner first signed to the Fever this offseason, and then she put out a tweet saying that she doesn't promote racism, and racists were clearly flooding her comments.
Right.
Like literally, like, so you can't act like you don't see any of this, especially when it's happening within your own team. Like, so that's my issue with it. Like, if Caitlyn just came out with a statement and said, "Hey, I don't condone racism. Stop using my name to promote it," I would respect that. But the fact that she doesn't necessarily acknowledge it, I do have a problem with it. Like, I mean, I talked about this before. Like, I don't know if it's somebody like around her team, like internally, whether it's like, I don't know, her parents or her agent or whoever that's telling her not to speak on anything. You got to realize, like, this is a black league, bro. Like, respectfully, like, this is a majority African American league. Like, you can't just like ignore something like this, if you ask me. Exactly. So the fact that you're seeing this and you're one of the more prominent figures of the W, you should say something. Like, the reason why we all respect Paige is, obviously she keeps speaking on it, like how Black women don't get the opportunity. She spoke about it at the SB. She spoke about it another time too. That's why a lot of people respect Paige, because Paige didn't necessarily have to do that, but she did it anyway on her own terms. So like I said, I don't consider Caitlin Clark a racist. I don't believe that she is, but the fact that people have been using her name to promote racism for the past 2-3 years now, and you don't necessarily really acknowledge it like that, personally, I got a problem with it. I'm just gonna be real.
I'm gonna just say this real quick, and then I want Wiley to play the clip, and then I'll get more back into Caitlin. But it's a capitalistic world. She's making money off of people being racist, and I just want us to be honest about it. Like, of course she's not going to denounce racism because she's making bread off of it. Like, why would you if you're making money from it and it's not necessarily affecting you negatively? She can just use that excuse and say, I'm just here to play basketball. And everyone's okay with that. You know what I'm saying? And so when she's not challenged on it, she's okay. She's able to just throw the rock and hide her hand. Oh, I don't know. I don't know anything about what you're talking about. So you're either ignorant or you're a liar, because it's no way that the same people that we're about to show in this video are not the same people that you're hearing in that stadium. Wiley, play the clip.
Oh, hold up. Let's build it up real quick before we get to the clip. So of course, yes, Shantae, it definitely privileged. But of course, right before the season starts, WNBA comes out with the no space for hate.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, and as we talked about the foul, like you said, people being dense, i.e., Mr. Mark Lamont Hill. You want to be dense, that's fine. DeWanna Bonner, this pissed me off because DeWanna Bonner, you really gonna put this out on Instagram, and then
she claims all she saw was that somebody tagged her. She claimed that she didn't read it. I don't know how true that is.
I find that very hard to believe. You're not finna piss on me and tell me it's raining, dog. You just not. But of course, then when we get to the really racist side of things, here's your man's. Your man showed up in a whole goddamn a whole Fever goddamn uniform and on the sideline, chit-chatting it up. But like you said, let's get to this clip.
Hang on. Let me address that real quick about, I don't even know his name, Dave or whatever it is. It's so funny because I don't think this man has ever been to a Fever game before Saturday. All of a sudden you want to go to a Fever game, and it's that game in particular.
Exactly.
And you claim you don't like Angel Reese. So if you don't like Angel Reese, why would you want to go see Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese? That's the question that I want to know. Like, the Fever got to play like at least another damn near 30 more home games, or about 20, 25 more home games. I don't know.
Exactly.
Like, that home game in particular, and I get it. I know that it's the first game of the season, is opening weekend and everything. But why that game in particular?
We know why.
Exactly.
Play the clip.
Angel Reese in one word.
Bitch.
Ghetto.
Bitch.
Trash.
Garbage.
Mid.
Fearless.
The bricklayer.
That's 2 words.
Attitude. Brick Barbie.
Ghetto.
Now, for the people that were on social media saying, oh, it was no proof. It was no proof that they said racist things. Like, this right here is just already microaggressions. People are asking, literally, what do you think about Angel Reese? And you don't have a basketball critique. You're critiquing her, I guess, as you think that the type of human being she is. Bitch, ghetto, like, oh, you don't want to know. Like, these are the same fans that are in those stands yelling these things, and much worse. If they're saying this with a straight face outside of the stadium, y'all don't think they're saying worse things to this girl? Like, come on. Like, to be honest, I'm just sick of the whole manufactured rivalry. The world made Angel a villain because she's a confident Black woman, and they made Caitlin this superhero, damsel in distress. So what benefit do these women get from playing each other? Like, it's honestly, I'm sick of seeing the two play, because the benefits of them playing do not outweigh the racist shit that Black women have to go through in this country. And I'm sick of I even say, like, I'm sick of black men, especially in sports media, talking about their thoughts on it. If you haven't been a black woman, shut the fuck up. Like, honestly, because you don't know what we go through every day, just like I'm not claiming to be a black man. Like, I don't know what a black man goes through. I know the black experience, but I've never been a black man. So I'm sick of these men that have never played professional basketball in the WNBA opening their fucking mouth about these women because you don't know what they're experiencing. So RG3, you opening your mouth about Caitlyn and you don't realize that it is inciting more hatred for Angel. Like, every time y'all open your mouth, that's more death threats that this 23-year-old kid is getting. That's more people trying to follow her home. That's more people calling her racial slurs. Like, y'all think this shit is a game, and it's not. It's somebody's life. Like, she's somebody's daughter. You want to talk about, oh, you're bringing my wife and kids in there. Bitch, that's somebody's daughter. Like, that is someone's child. That is someone's sister. Like, but you don't care. You don't care that racists are knocking at her door, right? You can hide behind your white wife. Like, you can hide behind and try to be close to whiteness. Like, these men, child, these men. Let me bring it back. Let me get back on course, because y'all know how I get.
Keep going.
Let me get back
Oh
on
no,
course,
because I'm
because
about
y'all
to,
know
I'm
how I
about to,
get.
I'm
Like,
about to
y'all
add
know,
on.
and y'all know how I get, and I hate that we even have to talk about this again. Like I said last year, I'm so sick of having this conversation. Like, y'all are taking the fun out of basketball. And I love basketball. It is one of my favorite things in the entire world. Like, but y'all are sucking the fun out of it. It hasn't even been a fucking week, y'all. And you guys are acting like imbeciles. It's not even acting, like y'all legit just dumb and racist. Like, and so I see people in the timeline, oh, y'all bring everything, races and everything. Da, da, da. Like, where do y'all live? We're in America. Like, this country was built on the backs of my people. Like, what are you talking about?
Literally.
Race ain't everything. Like, what are you talking about? So let's just slow it down a little bit. Races and credit scores. Google it. Why were credit scores invented? For racism. Races in student loans. Races in literally everything. Race is literally why one of the reasons why a lot of black people cannot swim. Don't let these people tell you otherwise. Race is embedded in everything. So do your Google, because it's not my job to educate y'all. But in the WNBA specifically, there has never been this level of outward racism ever until Caitlin Clark stepped into the league. Now, am I blaming it on Caitlin Clark? I'm not, because she can't control the people that follow her, but she is going to take a piece of this responsibility, because it's interesting that, like, at a certain point in time, you have to look in the mirror and say, I wonder why all these racist people are attached to me. Why do they feel comfortable using my name for racism, right? At some point in time, a self-aware adult, yeah, she's probably 22 or 23, but baby girl, you old enough to think on your own, okay? A self-aware adult, you have to sit back and really think, like, damn, why are all these racist white people literally
She old enough to know right from wrong.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Why are all these people attaching the names to the racism to my name? When we think of other great white players that have played in the WNBA, Diana Taurasi, we didn't hear none of this. Sue Bird, we didn't hear none of this. Paige, and it's because she's a blank slate. Caitlin Clark has not stood on the side of what she believes in. And that's the problem to me. And I know, I get it. At immense pressure that she feels in carrying the WNBA, or whatever you want to call it, with all eyes on her. I'm not trying to pretend like I know what that feels like, but I do know at 22 years old, I had morals, I had character, and I knew right from wrong. Like, she represents physically middle of America, homegrown white girl. Again, it is not her fault, but her inability to explicitly say racism is not right. The way that you guys are treating Angel Reese is not acceptable. That's all it takes. Like, if you say that, if you denounce it and stop giving us these politically correct answers, talking like you're a fucking politician, talking in circles, and not giving us what we need to hear, like, it is problematic to me, because now what side are you standing on? I already know what side you're standing on. I already knew what side you were standing on last year, okay? Because it doesn't.
Hell, even in college.
Correct. It don't take long. When I see my teammates have to delete their Twitter and Instagram because people are giving them saying racial slurs. When I see people like other WNBA players in their press conferences literally complaining about the racist shit, I'ma just sit back and act oblivious? Man, hell nah. Like, this is all by design, because guess what? Her pockets are still being fed. You can use it as a marketing tactic. These racists are coming to the game and supporting you. They're buying your shit. So why would I say anything if I'm still getting paid, right? I'm still getting paid. I'm a damsel in distress. All I got to do is say I want to play basketball. It's weak.
But that's also where morals come in. Like, you got to say fuck the money.
Right. It's weak, and we know what side you stand on. And now on the flip side, like, yes, Angel is definitely getting monetary gains from it too. Like, but guess what? Caitlin Clark gets to go home and lay her head on her bed with no worries in regards to racial tension. Angel Reese don't even know if she's making it out of that stadium without any depression, stress, or harm. Like, it's dangerous out there for her. You see how those fans are talking about her just outside of the arena. So imagine the things that they're saying to her inside. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, yeah, she's getting the monetary gain as well, but it also comes with, you know, the stressors of hearing yourself being called monkey and all these other racial things that they like to say, thug and ghetto. Like, y'all don't even know this lady. Y'all need to be calling her what she is. A 23-year-old multi-millionaire that retired her mom at 22, that is a national championship, that has a national championship, and that's a winner. That's what y'all need to be addressing her as. At 23 years old, she's accomplished more than most of y'all have in your entire lives, and that's why y'all mad. Y'all mad that a black woman is doing her big one at such a young age. So I'm going to bring my plane in for a landing when I say this. The WNBA has never been this racist until Caitlin Clark got here. Is it 100% her problem? No. She cannot control it, but she can say something about it. And I'm not diminishing the things that she did say, but I will say it's just not enough. Like,
not enough.
No other white player in the history of the WNBA, including Paige Beckers, they do not attach themselves to them because they make their stances clear. DT, Sue Bird, they made their stances on what side they stand on. They made them very clear. So the racists wouldn't even attempt to attach themselves to them. But Caitlin does not make her stance clear, and they feel very comfortable standing behind her, and that's problematic to me. It's like, I literally don't even want to watch her games anymore, to be honest, because that shit is so disgusting. Like,
hey, Patrick, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
What?
I'm talking about the comment.
Caitlin is not an activist, but she also plays with a whole black team. So
right.
What do you mean? It's not a matter about being an activist. I'm not telling her she need to go out there and march, but you can open your fucking mouth. You can do that.
And Caitlin Clark does not. Please let us know when she's received any hate or racial slurs from black people. I would love to see that.
And the thing is, I wasn't even trying to go off, bro. Like, I literally was going to let Nick and Wiley do it. Like, I'm so sick of having this conversation. Like, I'm so sick of having it. And that's what it is. So if y'all can't beat me, shut up. How about that?
Yeah,
Wiley not playing. Get him out of here.
Wiley ain't playing.
But as I was gonna say real quick, Aslo landed her plane. We about to do a touch and go because I want to get back on RG3 motherfucking ass. So you sat here and put this shit up on top of a YouTube video, and you're claiming, oh, you can see that Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark. She may dislike Caitlin from a basketball standpoint. Now I get that because, again, competitors. But you know,
I'm saying, like, who the fuck says they got to be friends?
Right. So my thing is, if you want to talk about hate, I know what hate looks like. I know exactly what hate looks like because you damn sure hated Kirk Cousins when he took that spot. Now, granted, you got injured, right? But when Kirk Cousins came in and took that damn spot, and you couldn't get back right, that's the look on your face. So cut the shit, big dog. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it because, like you said, the shit's unbearable at this point. Like you come in this shit, and for us, like, been watching this shit since the inception.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, dog, it never was like this at all. It was never like this. So why now? Like, imagine, and this was a good analogy. Imagine when Bird and Magic came in the league. Imagine if Magic was not on the Lakers and was somewhere, say the Sixers, and had to play Bird four times in the season. And it wasn't even, and back then it wasn't even that much. Of course, we didn't have social media back then, but it wasn't even that much racial tension when it came to Magic and Bird. But it's so much of it now, this day and age, when it's two women, a white woman and a black woman. So I just want motherfuckers to cut the shit, especially men, black men in particular, because
Black
for
men in
whatever fucking
particular.
reason, y'all love to fucking put your cape on for fucking Caitlin Clark, which pissed me off when Cheryl Swoops was talking about the shit, and you had these
Gilbert Arenas
motherfuckers
on
fuckers going against her like she didn't play, like she's not in the fucking Hall of Fame. All you motherfuckers wish you were in the Hall of Fame.
Talk about it.
To be honest, Cheryl is bigger
Than all of them.
All of them.
All of them. Literally. Ain't none of y'all top 5 all time.
MVP, hey, championships, MVP wise, defensive player of the year award. Like, come on now. Way more accomplished.
So for y'all motherfuckers to sit up here and try and it was a hard foul, but also we saw the shit afterwards that really caused that shit. So again, like you said, Lo, stop fucking being dense and fucking act like you got fucking sense and either talk about the shit or don't talk about the shit at all. I prefer the latter at this point, especially Nick Young. Nick Young, you just need to get off the mic, period.
That's why Kenyon Martin was about to whoop his ass.
I'm gonna say I take Kenyon Martin in doses because he have his old man moments, but for the most part, he has probably the most level head out the entire crew. But all of this shit pisses me off just because, again, I want to enjoy the game,
right?
The way we're supposed to enjoy the game, the way that we enjoyed the NBA, the same way we enjoy any other fucking sport in America. Can we enjoy the game? Can we get on here and talk about the game and not all the rest of the bullshit that follows behind it?
And I want to say this about Kathy real quick. Coming out with that whole anti-bullying campaign, like, it's just formality. It's just for optics, because we remember, we literally remember when you went on national TV last year and they asked you specifically about the hatred and the racism in the WNBA, and your answer was the rivalry is good for the league. Like, so we're supposed to believe that you're invested in the player's safety and well-being? No. Like, Angel Reese should have literally bodyguards surrounding her as she's going in and out of that stadium, because that's a nasty environment for her to be in. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, now they're doing an investigation. Who cares? The damage is already done. They done called that girl so many jigaboos. The mental damage is already done. Like, what the hell is the investigation going to do? Like,
and it shouldn't take this many days either.
It's weak. It's weak, bro. It's weak. Caitlin invited Angel's biggest hater, Dave, to game courtside, and his dinner was, and I guess that's what had dinner with him. She knows what she's doing. Exactly. I agree. That's why I can't say she's a damsel in distress. Like, everyone wants to think. Like, the proof is there. Okay, like, he's been harassing Angel Reese for ages, calling her a piece of shit, and then saying it doesn't have to do with race. So why else are you calling her a piece of shit? That's your basketball critique? Right. When this girl just broke a record for the most double doubles in WNBA history as a rookie? That's she's a piece of shit? Like, no, you're a racist piece of shit. How about that? Like, and you're ugly. Pick a struggle. How you racist and ugly? Like, pick a struggle.
Well, that man was looking terrible out there on Saturday, man.
Oh my God.
I'm concerned. He needed to do some push-ups. Your chest looked terrible, dog.
And then Lamar Wright, and then they're bringing up MLK. Like, I just really can't. Like, it's just too much. Like,
what did they say
it's
about
just too
MLK?
much. You didn't see his daughter Bernice came out and was like, y'all need to stop using it, because somebody like described the battle between, like, or the rivalry between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, like, to racism and shit like that. And so Bernice King came out and was like, don't be using my dad's name for that. Like, this is not what he stood for, type of thing. And so, like, y'all bringing legend. Like, come on, y'all bringing civil rights leaders. Come on, like, stop. It's really getting out of hand. Like, I just want to watch Like when I'm watching basketball, I just want to watch something that's like thought free that I can enjoy. I'm not trying to like we deal with so many microaggressions and just being black every day. Like we want to be able to watch something where we can escape the fucking reality that this group of people wants to, get rid of us, eradicate us. But we can't even do that now with basketball because everything is so racial. It has race relations. Like, ugh.
It's a nasty world we live in, man.
It really is. And one last thing. I'm sorry, y'all. One last thing.
And another thing.
Go on.
One last thing, because I promise
this.
y'all, the rest of the year, I really don't want to talk about this. And I know it's going to get worse. I really do. But this is my piece. So y'all can refer back to this at the end. Y'all can refer back to this in about 2 weeks when something else happened to that girl. And we having some more think pieces on it. Caitlin's one issue, but DeWan Bonner, Aaliyah Boston, and what's the girl's name that went to Notre Dame? Brianna Turner.
Yeah.
Y'all the issue too. You guys are the issue too. Because all three of you specifically, AB, last year you was crying. You were crying because you had to close out your social media and make it private because you were called racial slurs. They were sending you death threats, all kind of stuff. You were crying. Now this year you confused, acting like you don't know what the fan base on. Like, girl, please stop. DB, that might have been an accident. I know you're a little older, so maybe you don't know how to work social media. I'm gonna let that slide for now. But Bree, girl, you was online last year on Twitter writing dissertations, multiple tweet threads about the racist fans in Indiana. But now, I'm gonna just wait for them to do the investigation. Girl, stand up. Stand up.
Yo, facts, man. Fucking facts. Like that's a good point, honestly, because it's like you said, like all three of them, both Dewana, AB, and Bree Turner, all have dealt with like, or at least more so like AB and Bree Turner have dealt with like racism somehow, some way within the Indiana fan base. I don't know about Dewana did kind of in a way whenever I put
she got it too last year.
Yeah, she did, yeah. But like y'all can't just act naive to it now, man. Like y'all been knowing. Like why do these players act like they don't know what's going on? Like you guys are on social media. You guys,
because that check is clearing. I'm trying to tell y'all.
I know that, but it just makes me sick, honestly. And also another thing too, like all these black men are making me sick, man. Like the fact that y'all ain't got no respect for black women and just understand like we clearly clearly see this shit like in broad daylight. Like we see Angel Reese go through the things that she's going through. I'm not saying you gotta like Angel Reese as a player. She may not be your preference as a player, but if you see everything that Angel's going through, like where are your morals as a human being, honestly, man? Like you should understand, like you gotta look at it from the perspective of your mother's black, like your grandma, your aunties, all that shit. Like you should understand like what black women have to go through, on a daily basis per se. So at least for me, like when I see Angel Reese go through the things that she's going through, I can understand it because I've seen my mom go it. I've seen my aunts go through it. So like all these black men like going against Angel Reese to big up Caitlin Clark, y'all make me sick, bro.
And there's nothing wrong with liking Caitlin, bro. I like Caitlin's game.
Exactly.
I like her game. Like tonight, she had a double-double. I think she had like 25 and 11 assists. Like, and should have had more assists than that. But like, I like her game. But I hate the people that claim to be her fans that are racist. Like, it's very simple. So I'm not sure why people act dense. It's very simple. Caitlin's a good basketball player. I enjoy watching her play. But I'm also side-eyeing her because she's not making her stance clear. So two things could be true. I enjoy watching her play, and I hate her fans. Like, it's simple. It's very simple.
Yeah,
and if you're not a racist fan, then that doesn't apply to you. Let it fly.
What did DA say?
Honestly, if I was a WNBA player, I'd call out Caitlin out as a racist and force her to denounce it.
Hey, bullying works.
I think in a way, didn't Dejanay post some last year? Something like that.
Dejanay had been all over last year. Like he was like the main advocate as far as, hey, this is what we go through on a game to game, I wouldn't even say game to game, on a daily basis. Like this is what we see, this is what we get, these are the messages that we get. Like you got motherfuckers that are attempting to pull up to the facility, like all this shit that they go through on a day-to-day basis. And Kathy just up there like, hey, figure it out, guys.
Kathy ain't dumb. Kathy's not innocent in it whatsoever. y'all purposely scheduled them, the Fever and the Sky, 5 times in the season, but then also wanted to schedule them on opening weekend. Y'all knew exactly what y'all were doing, because y'all knew something like this could happen where it gets all the headlines going crazy. Like CNN's talking about it, First Take's talking about it. Literally, almost every national media is talking about it.
All the motherfuckers who do not watch the WNBA.
Don't watch. We don't even talk about women's basketball outside of like this. Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese situation. Literally. So Kathy knew exactly what she was doing. And I mean, Lo alluded to it too. Like when she had the interview last year, and she pretty much like I keep saying she literally had the alley-oop to like denounce racism, and she failed at doing it. Like, so now all of a sudden the W wants to promote this no hate or whatever it is. Like, how are we supposed to believe you when you were on national TV? You were on a big platform. What was it, like CNN or NBC, one of them.
Right.
Like, how are you gonna like now put out this message when just last year you had the opportunity to denounce it and you failed at it?
I agree. ACE, Chi-Town, Calvin. I agree. I agree. I mean, we showed y'all the video of what they were saying about her outside of the arena.
Right.
Like,
going into the arena.
They were literally calling her bitch for no reason. So what y'all think they was calling that girl inside? Come on. Like,
exactly.
1 + 1 is 2, y'all. Like, it's really not that difficult.
And it wasn't just based off of that whole play where she went at Caitlin. They've been saying this about Angel for a long time.
Also, if we really want to pull the curtain back, that's Indianapolis in a nutshell, because the Indiana the Pacers Knicks series back in the day, they had the same issue.
It's about to get nasty this year too.
Right. Shit. So this is not just this is well beyond the WNBA. This is Indianapolis as a whole. The state.
That's why I don't think All-Star Weekend gonna be seeing me, because I'm in the business of slapping people. Like, I will put my hands on people, and I don't play. Like, it's 2 things I don't play about: my son and racist shit. Like, I'm super pro-black. If people don't know that by now, I don't know where you've been living, or where you've been. But like, any type of racism I see in front of me, I'm addressing it, and we're going to have to throw hands, because that's just what I'm gonna do. Like, I don't like, that's the problem. We need to bring back slapping more people, because y'all letting these white people get away with too much stuff, and that's why they feel comfortable doing shit. I'm not saying Angel or the basketball player should do it. I'm just speaking in general. So I think I'm going to remove myself from that situation, so I'm not in somebody's jail in Indiana. Okay.
But also, I mean, this is the thing too. Like with this whole investigation, if they do find something, it was some racist shit, or someone said something super racist about Angel, how do you still have the All-Star game in Indianapolis? I feel like you got to relocate it, because clearly this is not a safe environment for the players whatsoever. Like, because I mean, let's just be real. Angel Reese is going to be in the All-Star game. She's going to be there just because of her popularity, and of course, on top of that, she's going to have a really good season. She's going to be there. So if you're Kathy, if you're the people behind the scenes, you got to think about the players first and their safety. That's just
they don't care. Literally, BG came back after getting tortured in Russia. They didn't even give them extra security. Kathy lied and said she was going to let her fly private, and they didn't. They don't care about black women. Like, I'm not, like, I don't know if it's not clicking, but they literally don't give a shit. Like, Kathy is literally salivating at the opportunity of all the money that they're going to make in Indiana over All-Star Weekend, period.
She
ain't changing shit. She gonna be like, oh, we added more security. Okay, girl. Just like the guy that just came out with the article said that people were trying to bring guns into the thing to get to BG. Oh, you gonna add that security? Because you promised that when BG got back, she would be secured. But people and hecklers were literally getting to her. Like, y'all didn't care for a whole year when BG came back, but Caitlin Clark gets into the league, and then all of a sudden you find $22 million so that you can get private flights for the next 2 years. Like, make it make sense. Like, honestly, right? Like, honestly, it's really mind-boggling to me. But what do I know? I'm just Xavier's mom.
Shout out Xavier. Right. You got anything else?
Nope, I'm done, y'all. I'm done for real. I'm done this time. We spent 45 minutes.
Minutes. Like, damn. All right, let's go ahead and make the rest of this real quick. Let's talk about the rest of the games that went on. What's been your thoughts? I'll start with you, Wiley, over this past weekend of the W. Outside of the whole shit that went down.
Shout out to New York. New York came out and showed why they were the champs. Of course, they had added pieces with Natasha Cloud and why the motherfucker's name escaping me just that fast?
Who you talking about?
The Liberty and in their additions, they had Natasha Cloud and
Natasha Cloud. They got Marina Johannes back.
yes,
That,
and Sabali.
yeah, Niara Sabli, they brought her back as well.
So, but yeah, they played the Aces and they went out there and they hooped. They went out there and showed why they are the reigning champs. Of course, the Aces had stuff to figure out as of tonight. We saw them play Connecticut and they blew the doors off of the Sun. So it's gonna for New York. I think they'll be fine. I like the fact of them adding Natasha just because it'll open up. I feel like it'll open up more shots for Sabrina. Oh yes, good call, Deshelle. Izzy as well.
Yeah, Izzy. Yeah, I forgot about Izzy too.
And then with the Aces just have to figure it out at the moment. Asia's Asia, like to what she had 31 and was 16?
16, yeah.
Best in the world.
So again, Asia's gonna be Asia. It's the rest of the team that has to figure it out and knock down their shots. Who else we had? Jesus. Dallas is gonna have to figure it out. They're an entirely new team for the most part.
Wait till you're done.
Dallas just outside of Enrique, again, why am I blanking on names? Jesus.
What do you think about Paige? You think about
Paige?
Janae?
Paige has to. Paige, of course, is figuring it out. She rookie in the league. She has to get her feet together. Get her feet together and get that game up. Get her game up under. Dejanay, same way. Like again, everybody, all of this shit is new to them as far as the team is concerned. So they're having to figure it out and try and gel together.
Hey, on just real quick, since we're on Dallas, I want to get y'all's thoughts too. Big T walking out of the game on Friday. What are we thinking about that?
Well, she played 5 minutes, right?
Yep.
About 5 minutes, yeah.
I think the optics look bad, but I don't know what they promised her in regards of how many minutes she was going to get. Like, I think it looks bad as a teammate, but I don't know what kind of conversation she had with the coaching staff about her playing time. She was probably pissed. I mean, not probably. She was pissed. The optics look terrible.
I mean, I'll say this though, man. At least from what I've seen of over these past 2 games, like it just seems to me like Maisha Hines-Allen has been a better fit at the 5 for them, honestly, just because of what she's been able to provide. Exactly, she can move better. She's a really good passer, very underrated passer. She could play outside, she could play inside as well. Great defender, very versatile on that end as well. So she's just honestly been a better fit in my opinion, even though Dallas is 0-2. But like at least from what I've seen over these past 2 games, she's seemed to flourish well with the other players. But also as well, like Big T has just not really played up to par to really, I don't know. Like I get it. I know that she's been a starting center for Dallas over the past couple of years now, but she hasn't really played at her strongest, in my opinion, or at least up to her full potential. So I don't know what conversations could have been had behind the scenes in Dallas. Maybe they did promise her a lot of minutes, starting time. And then of course, like you said, her playing 5 minutes, maybe she wasn't happy about that. I just personally believe that Big T's time is probably about done at this point. I don't know when she'll be gone, whether it's sometime this year or maybe after this season. I don't know what her contract looks like. I have to go back and look, but I just don't. I think her tenure in Dallas has probably got to be done at least after this season.
I think honestly her tenure altogether. I think the league is changing, and as you see it, they're just running and gunning a lot more. And the traditional center is just no longer like that position is not. If you can't really move and you're not agile, like at least like Aaliyah Boston, like she gets up and down the floor. You see Camila Cardoso get up and down the floor. Of course, Asia plays both 4 and 5. Like you have to be mobile in order to stick around as a 5 in this league. And I think Big T's like abilities just aren't fitting with how the WNBA is transitioning to. So it'll be interesting to see if anyone like positionless basketball. So it'll be interesting to see if any team picks her up after she's done with Dallas. But just Dallas in general, I'll just skip right to them. I think it's what we expected, right? Like they're a new team with a rookie head coach, with a lot of moving parts. Like they still have to figure out the dichotomy between Paige and Enrique. I think Enrique looked, I mean, so far this season, she hasn't looked great. I don't think it's a secret. She's been super inefficient. She's shooting 9% from deep. It's hard to win basketball games when your 1A or 1B player is not shooting the ball well. I think that my biggest issue isn't even their wins and losses. My biggest issue is her basketball IQ. Like it doesn't look like it's improved or it has gotten better. And her decision making is very concerning to me. Like they were down. I forgot how much they were down, maybe like 2 or something, maybe 2 or 4. And she comes down and chucks a 3 with like 22 seconds left in the shot clock. And it's like, girl, like you didn't need that. Like, and especially because she was 1 for 8, I believe, from long distance and 2 for 14 from the field. So like, why are you chucking 3s when like less set to play? You know what I'm saying? Like, it just didn't make any sense to me. I also think the coach went away from Big T in that game. She dominated in the minutes that she was playing, and then they just completely went away from her. Don't know what that was about. But overall, I think Paige looked the most comfortable she's looked all season. I know the season just started, but I'm including preseason as well. Yesterday she looked the most comfortable I've seen her look. I think she had, I'm trying to remember, I think 17, 8 and 5, I think 17 points, 8 assists and 5 boards. So look very comfortable. I would have liked to see her take some more shots at the end of the game. And that's my biggest knock on Paige. Like, I need her to shoot the ball more, period. Like, I just need her to shoot.
That's why I was like, she just got to get.
She's too selfless. I need her to be more selfish and shoot the ball more because based on her efficiency and her ability to get her teammates involved, like they need her. They need to really be playing through her low key. Yep. And also,
how much are they going to do that though? That's the thing.
I mean, I think when Enrique played with, was it Odyssey Sims last year, I think she played better. Like she was passing the ball more last year. She was playmaking a little bit more than she usually does. I mean, she's still going to get her shots up because that's just Enrique. That's how she plays basketball. But it's going to have to be a time where they're going to have to figure out how to play with each other. Like, and I think that they can make it work. I just don't think they'll look good until after All-Star break, to be honest.
Yeah.
And soon we're going to have a conversation about DJNA. I'm not going to hold y'all.
Oh, hang on a minute.
The defense is good. It's cute. It's needed. But what else you got, sister?
Right.
And that's the thing too, because when she won Most Improved last year, I thought she actually improved offensively, honestly. But she just has to be able to showcase a lot more. I don't know if it's a confidence thing or if she's just not being placed in the right positions. But in order for Dallas to succeed, they're going to need DJNA to score, like in my opinion. Yeah. Especially with her being one of their wings. Go ahead.
The thing is, like, when she gets downhill and goes to the basket, I like that. But we've been talking about this for the last 4 years with DJNA. Like, where is the shot? Like, where, like, your efficiency, your confidence when you're shooting? Like, when people are typically not confident in their shot, like they're not putting enough. And I'm not saying this is her, but they're not typically putting enough work in. Like, they're not working on their game because they're not confident enough. Because when you're a true competitor, like, even let's say Enrique, right? She might not have the most efficiency, but she knows she works on her game. So she takes some shots that might be ill-advised for other people, but she's confident in her game because she knows she puts that work in it. And I'm not saying I don't know what DJNA does in her 24 hours. I really don't know. I don't care. That's none of my business. But on the court, it's not showing that the work is backing up what we're seeing. That's all I'm saying. Like, I just offensively from a shot perspective, I'm not seeing much. I'm not. Conversation will have to be had at the end of the year.
I have the organ ready.
Nope. I'm done.
Well, getting off that team, I want to ask you about this team because I think it's appropriate that we talk about this team. The Washington Mystics.
Yeah.
I don't know if they look like they want to tank or not. That's the thing, though. It's like whenever you look at the team from a roster perspective, it's like, okay, they're rebuilding for the future, but this team competes. They competed against Atlanta, found a way to win that Atlanta game. then went to Connecticut, stole that win as well. Jay isn't here, but I must say, because he actually picked Sonya to win Rookie of the Year. Sonya's looking like one of the best rookies right now so far, I gotta admit. So, what's y'all's thoughts on the Mystics and how well they've been playing?
Go ahead, Wiley.
I just want to give a shout out to the Mystics and those rookies. They are, and I think the best part about that is that it's like they get to play free. So, and what I mean by that is there's no major expectations for them. So it's like they're kind of figuring it out, but in the midst of it, it's like, yo, like we know that we can ball, and they're showing that they can ball. Kiki has been hooping these 2 games. Kiki's been hooping.
She has,
bro. I ain't gonna lie. In just 2 games, she might look better than what she did all year.
Bro, I said that. I literally,
bro, that's wild, bro.
I
Like
literally
in 2 days, dog.
Well, I immediately thought of Lo
Nick.
watching Kiki play but also the critique was fair when she was at USC because she did not look like this at USC. So for her to get drafted, get out here and ball out the way she's been balling, like, yo, it's more so where did this come from, or about time that we saw this game come out.
Yeah.
And it's not even just offense either. She's played well defensively.
Yes.
Like,
against her first 2 games, Tina Charles and Brittany Griner, girl.
2 of the greatest post players, like 2 great post players in his league history is. I'll give it to her. And one thing I realized, she's strong as hell. I didn't realize
she is
that.
strong.
Yeah, she was giving Tina
African blood, baby. Period.
Yeah, like that duo in Washington right now, Sonya Citron and Kiki Iriafen, they've definitely been hooping. And I feel like it's more of a confidence thing with Kiki because I feel like I see her just playing more of her style, more of a free flow. Like, you see her now stepping out, knocking down a 15-footer, just showing that confidence, honestly. And that's why I say I feel like she's been playing a lot better than what she did at USC because I feel like the confidence really wasn't there, honestly. And I don't know if it was because she wasn't placed in the right position or if it was pressure, whatever it is. But it's this transition that she's made from college to the W. I gotta admit, I'm impressed.
I said, imagine if Georgia Amore didn't get injured and how that trio of rookies would look together.
Yeah, because they still need a point guard, in my opinion.
Yeah. Right now they're using Slim, which worse. She's a good playmaker, but
listen, Slim might be, she might have her names in All-Star talk. She playing great on both ends of the floor.
Yeah.
Like she's super athletic, man. And like I said before, the Mystics, one thing about them, they're always going to be a scrappy team. They're always going to play hard. They're resilient. So do I think that they make the playoffs? Probably not, but I think that they have the ability to knock some teams out of it as well.
They're going to have more.
I think they'll be in that mix.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, they're going to be in the mix for the 8th spot.
What was you saying, Wally?
I said they're gonna have more wins than the fucking Valkyries.
The Valkyries, oh my god!
We hate watching them anyway. So.
The whole season.
Them and Phoenix. Phoenix is on that list. After all that stuff came out about them with BG, oh yeah, y'all been on that list.
Not even that. More of the recent news too.
Sister tied.
Oh my god!
Had to rest up tonight. Tied.
Yeah, but no, like speaking of the Valkyries, I'm gonna just be real. I don't know what they're doing. Like I feel like they really just did not prepare for this season at all. Like I'm looking back at the expansion draft, I don't think they really executed that whatsoever as far as really getting the quality pieces. Like I don't think there's any balance to this team, and I realized that in the first game when Kayla Thornton is just pulling up, shooting off the dribble and shit. I'm like, this ain't never been her game. What is going on here?
Like Lamar said, tanking.
It's tanking, but it's like you gotta have something figured out, man. Like when you tank, I get it. Like you're trying to purposely lose games, but you gotta at least have some game plan for the future. That's my.
I agree. It's well, look at the tweet I text you. All right, so someone tweeted from the game that went to the game. They said they not lying about what's being yelled at these games. I'm in section 2 at the Indiana Fever game, and somebody a few rows down, I guess it says begging me, but I guess that says down, just yelled after BG scored, "Go back to Russia." So y'all tell me
Oh,
these
that's
fans ain't
nasty.
racist.
All right.
Nasty. But were we talking about the Valkyries? I don't
Yeah.
really have much to say for them. They're franchise players, Tiffany Hayes, and this is no disrespect to Tiffany Hayes, but you're just not a winning basketball team when that's your franchise player. Like in regards to like contending for a championship. So we all know that. Kayla Thornton is hitting turnaround fadeaways off of one leg. Like I'm just not sure what we're doing over in Golden State, but that's none of my business because I'm hate watching. So and Van Lou does need to be starting. I agree. She gets a little wild.
I don't
with
know
it.
why she's not
She
starting.
gets a little
That
wild
doesn't
with it,
make
but
no
she
sense
just
to me.
starting.
Again, like Lamar said, we over there tanking.
Like
Still, you
Kate
gotta have
Martin.
something.
But yeah, I'm finna say you didn't even have to do all that to tank the season.
I feel bad. Lauren
That's what
Best
I'm
got
saying,
to
though.
do.
Like, this is y'all first year in the league. Like, y'all need to at
Right.
least have some type of like establishment or something. Like, this is just
Kate
crazy.
Martin
What we're
starting.
seeing.
Kate Martin starting told me everything I need to know, and that's no
Exactly.
disrespect. It just told me everything I need to know.
I don't know what that.
But we talked about this like during the draft and even after the draft, how they drafted and who they drafted. And it's just like, are you drafting to bring said fans in because of the area that you guys are in, or like are you legit trying to at least look like a competitive team? Because right now you guys do not look like a competitive team.
Yeah,
And
they tanking for Lauren.
and then on top of that, if you keep this up, guess what? Fans are not going to show up. Yeah, you're breaking all these records now
That's
as
what
far
I'm
as attendance
saying.
because you are a brand new team. Yeah, your attendance is going to be through the roof probably week 1. By week
Cool.
2, this shit's going to drop drastically.
Have they even played? I don't think they played this Friday. I don't think about it.
Good.
I don't think so. But no, like I mean, like teams are not going to want to, or fans are not going to want to invest in season tickets if the team is just looking like that.
I mean,
And
they
that's what I
played.
think.
I guess they played hard the last game they played, and it just wasn't enough.
Yeah.
Just
I
wasn't
mean,
enough.
they did show some fight against the Sparks. I will say that. I mean, I'll give them some credit because I think defensively they do have some good players who can get stops on that end. But
Mhm.
it's just still like, I mean, these are all great players, but this team together, it just doesn't work.
Yeah, and I
And
think they also like to run and gun and just shoot a lot of threes. They like to get a lot of threes up. So some games they will win because they're going to live and die by the three, but a lot of games they will lose because they're not going to be hitting a three. Like it will be some games where they're just, knocking them down and it's just their night and they'll win. But those games are going to be very far and few between.
Right.
I definitely agree. How we feeling about Fee so far?
I'm playing well. I mean, she hasn't missed a step. She hasn't missed a step in early MVP conversations. I think the 3 people that everyone has been saying were in early MVP conversations played well so far to start, and that's Caitlin, Asia, and Fee.
I agree. I 100% agree. I mean, Minnesota as a whole has been playing really good basketball.
And that's without K-Mac.
Yeah, without
Right.
K-Mac as well. I got to
And
give credit
And she
to.
was averaging 16 points last year, something like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How long is she out? We know.
No, it's for personal reasons. So she must be going through some,
Oh, shoot.
familial stuff. Yeah. So I mean, they holding it down without her. And again, I said it last podcast. Shout out to Jessica Shepard, man. She's providing them with very good minutes, like very productive minutes. And I don't know where these people have been, but like, do y'all not know Alana Smith can shoot? Like, why were y'all just leaving her wide open for threes? Like, she can knock that down. That's the dangerous part about Minnesota. Like, they can space the floor so well. 1 through 5 can knock down the long ball. So it's hard to defend them. It's hard to switch because they can all shoot. You know what I'm saying? So it's just very interesting that teams don't know that from last year.
I mean,
And Diamond Mills get more playing time.
Finally,
I'm 100% happy about that.
Right.
I don't know why she got buried to the bench last year, especially considering how well she played the season before. But Minnesota, I mean, I know that we talked about Minnesota. They didn't really upgrade their roster compared to last season, but this team is still looking well, honestly. I mean, they played against the Wings and they played against the Sparks in the first 2 games. But this is another team that's going to be in that conversation, honestly. I mean, it's obviously them. It's Vegas, it's New York, possibly repeating, and then it's Indy. who's all going to be in that conversation as possibly teams that can get to the finals and win a chip.
Yeah. Someone said, "Yeah, Ryan made me so mad the last 2 minutes." I already said enough tonight. I'm not going there. Go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, Ryan.
That's your
Ryan
team.
is.
I already said enough tonight. I already know I'm gonna be getting cooked tomorrow. But go ahead, Nick.
Atlanta is. I'll be real. Atlanta's going to be a very interesting team. Like they got quality players, and I've even said it. Like I think offensively they're going to be really good. They're going to get up a lot of shots. I already said I wouldn't be surprised if they led the league in 3-point attempts. But the
Yeah.
defense still needs work, and we clearly saw that, especially in the fourth quarter. Because they should have lost that game. Honestly, they didn't play well down the stretch of that game, and I
Correct.
realized that there were like 30 seconds left. Like I think it was, it might have been tied at 89, or it was like 90-89. I think Caitlin had like shot a 3, missed it, and then here comes out of nowhere Lexi Ho getting offensive rebound. Nobody's going for the 50-50 ball for Atlanta. So
Natasha
Atlanta
Howard,
did.
they just lucky that she missed because it was a decent look.
It was.
And
So
what confused me about that game is, and I think it was the end of the third quarter. They had Indiana had no answer for BG, and they just went away from her. Like they had no answer for
Even
her,
in the
and then
fourth.
they just went away from her. Like what? Just looking out of sorts. Like Ryan Howard shot an airball 3. Alicia Gray, like I don't know what she was doing either. Like it was just like chaotic hoops.
It's like they forgot how to play going them last few minutes of the game.
But that's them. Like they've
then.
had a hard time closing games though. Like anytime they have a league, I'm always worried. Like they probably going.
Yeah, they were up like 13 in the third quarter. I'm thinking, eventually Indiana's gonna go on a run, and that's exactly what they did in the fourth quarter.
Exactly.
And like I said, they honestly should. Atlanta should have lost that game because they didn't really play well to the point where they honestly could have won. It's just luckily, who was at the free throw line? I think Ryan was at the free throw line.
Yeah, she made 2 tough buckets. I mean, 2 tough free throws. Natasha Howard's sister, I don't know what she was doing from the free throw line today. Oh my gosh.
I saw that.
Oh my gosh. But can we talk about? I don't want to give Indiana too much credit, y'all. But I love basketball. I really do. I really do.
That'd be the hard part.
Right.
That's
like,
the hard part.
I don't even, to be honest, I don't even want to watch them because I don't even want to know anything about them. So I don't have to talk about them on the timeline. But that's hard to do when you're a podcaster. So yeah. That pick and roll between Caitlin Clark and AB. Oh my gosh, it is a thing of art. The drag screen when they coming down in transition. Oh, it's just beautiful basketball.
And they were killing it. They were killing that late in the third and all the way through the fourth. Yes,
and the thing is, like, they're still getting used to each other, like much better than last year. But when they really get that down pat, it's literally going to be unstoppable. Literally unstoppable.
And the way Caitlin likes to make those pocket passes.
Man, Caitlin be passing that thing.
Caitlin passes like a motherfucker.
Passing that thing, man.
Jesus Christ. Her bounce passes are crazy.
My favorite are her teammates aren't doing a good job yet with catching them, but like her full court passes, like typically she gets it there. They just don't got hands. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not used to the speed and pace that she plays with yet, but I've said it. Like, y'all know Chelsea Gray. I think she's the best point guard of all time. But Caitlin Clark, like, full court passes, like, I'm going to have to give that to Caitlin probably. Like, Caitlin can pass that thing. Like, pass that thing for real.
Oh, yeah.
I agree.
Because it was, I forget what quarter it was. She made one pass, and it was an anticipation pass. Like,
yes.
I forget who cut baseline, but she made that motherfucking pass. And it was on the money.
And
for
typically it is.
And I'm just like, yo, like, there's no, again, we discussed all the bullshit at the beginning of the show, but when it comes to Caitlin's game, like, that shit's it's fun to watch. That shit is just fun to watch.
She's a great player, man. Like,
she is.
I know that we don't want to give her too much credit because of, obviously not because of her, but because of
we know ball. So it's like you can't deny what she does on the court. That's the one thing, and that's the one thing that we as viewers and lovers of basketball, that's the one thing. That's all we want to talk about. We want to talk about the game. Fuck all the bullshit. Let's talk about what happened in said game.
And even like with the triple double, it got overlooked because we were talking about
Exactly.
BS. Like
Exactly.
True, yeah. We
triple
didn't even
double
talk
in
about
your
that.
first game. Like, come on, like that's impressive. Even though she was stat padding, which I don't care. I don't care about stat padding because guess what? Stop me. Like,
Yeah, right.
just like last year when they were like, oh, Angel stat padding. And who gives a shit? Stop her. Stop her. Like, if you can't stop her, shut up. And so I don't really care about that. But we get so lost, not we. Most people get so lost in the hoopla, they don't talk hoops because they're not real basketball fans. That's the issue. They're just racist posing as basketball fans. And I just want more people to just call them what they are. They're racist. They're not basketball fans. They couldn't name 5 WNBA players outside of Caitlyn. They're just racists that want to attach to something to get their hatred off. And that's what it is. She is a great player, B.
She is a great player. I mean, nobody's ever going to discredit her as a player. We all know that she's.
I don't think I've ever heard anyone say she was trash. Like,
nah,
you know what I'm saying? I've never heard.
You're not going to hear it.
Right.
You're never
Correct
going
me
to
if
hear
I'm wrong.
it.
I've literally never. People said everything. Oh, everybody's jealous. They're this, they're that. But I've literally never heard anyone say that Caitlin Clark was trash because no one thinks that she's trash.
Right.
I just want to make that clear. Like.
And also, I gotta acknowledge this too, because I know that obviously Caitlyn, she's the star, she's the superstar of the team, but Aaliyah Boston has been playing great basketball.
Absolutely,
yes,
absolutely
playing great basketball. I think she averaged around like 20-some a game. Continuing to rebound at a high level. Her defense has been spectacular. Like she's been cooking too, honestly. And I feel like Aaliyah always kind of gets lost in the sauce. And I even tweeted it before we came on here. Like Aaliyah is one of the best bigs in the game, like without question. I don't know exactly
the best back to the basket big in the game.
Yeah,
I agree.
Agreed.
I agree because of what she can provide, not even just scoring in the post, but being able to pass out of the post, being able to lead the defense, be aware of everything that's going on. Like Aaliyah does so many great things for Indiana that should not be overlooked. Honestly,
and being able to pass out the post is so underrated.
It is.
It's so underrated because once you have somebody that's in the post and they're able to make the right decision with a pass, like that opens up so much for your team.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's why I've always said like they should have plays where they run the ball through her because of her passing ability. And on top of that,
put her at the elbow and let her cook.
Exactly. She's that good of a basketball player, honestly. So, and it's clearly Stephanie White has to understand it. I believe that she does understand that. But Aaliyah's game should not be overlooked because she played well in that Chicago game, which pretty much played a big role in why they blew them the fuck out. But then also even in this past game against Atlanta, even though they lost that game, but
she played well
without
again.
her, yeah, she played well again. Honestly,
like 20 and what 10, something like that. 20
something like that. Yeah, which is actually crazy because Caitlyn, Aaliyah, and Kelsey Mitchell all had 20 or more tonight, and
still lost because they can't defend. I wanted to talk about before we get out of here. I want to talk about Chicago a little bit.
Yes.
Chicago. I'm not waving the white flag like a lot of people are. It was one game, y'all, and they played a very talented, Indiana team. Like the team is talented. What I will say is one thing that has to change is Tyler's going to have to change his rotations with Angel and Camilla. Them two cannot sit on the bench together for that long. The minutes have to be staggered. That's when the game started to get completely away from them outside of the guards being unable to hit a damn shot. I don't know what was going on. And I don't expect them to shoot that poorly in the next game. But like you just cannot have those two players on the bench that long together, in my opinion. Like you got to stagger their minutes somehow, some way. At all times, like one of them should be on the floor, in my opinion. But I think the guards have to just shoot better all around. I think they have to play more through Camilla. Like they went away from her a lot. Like I'm like, bro, you got somebody 6'8", 6'9" in the post. Like you got to get her a touch. She's either going to get fouled, which she was getting hacked all game. Aaliyah Boston was hacking the shit out of her, y'all. And I hope that they're not officiating her like this because she's just bigger than everyone else. Like I really hope they're not because that's not fair to her. Like she was getting held. She was getting hacked and no whistle. But that's my main thing with them. Like, I'm not really looking too much into this game. It was a hostile environment. We already know the hatred between that fan base and the players on Chicago. So it was a tough environment to go into. Also, Chicago is a brand new team with a rookie head coach as well. So it's going to take them a while to gel, but I think that they do have some good pieces, and I do think that they're a playoff team.
I do believe that they'll turn it around. That was a bad loss, I will say, but I do believe that they will bounce back. Definitely defensively, I think that they need to improve. But also, I mean, I do agree with that as far as as far as like playing through Camilla on offense, just because of how big she is and how versatile she can be, scoring around the rim. But also at the same time, like Chicago's a team, they have to rely on ball movement when it comes to offense because you don't have a go-to scorer. Like you don't have somebody who can create on their own and pretty much create a play themselves. Honestly, like there's no Asia Wilson on this team. There's no Enrique on this team. Joel Lloyd, Rakia Jackson, like players who are able to just get their own, as far as scoring off the dribble, as far as creating plays. So they have to
That's
initiate
supposed
ball
to be
movement.
Ariel Atkins.
That's supposed to be, yes, but we didn't see enough of it. I was on Saturday. So I
Yeah.
think that was really what it was. Like the offense got way too stagnant, in my opinion, for Chicago because they went like 4 or 5 minutes without scoring in the second quarter. I realized that because I just started seeing the lead just slowly grow with Indiana. And I'm
Right.
like, yo, who's gonna step up offensively for Chicago? And then
Yeah.
on top of that, they had like there was a point like in the fourth quarter, they only had like 18, 19 in the second half overall, and it was still like 5 minutes to go in the game.
Yeah.
Like offense definitely has to improve, but we will give him a pass just because I mean, look, this was Tyler Marsh's first game coached professionally. Will he make adjustments? Yes. Tyler is a very, very, very smart basketball mind. He's gonna make adjustments,
Yeah.
but they have to make them soon, honestly, because especially when they're a team that's trying to compete for that 6, 7, 8 slot. You got the Mystics looking good so far. You got other teams as well that are trying to fight. Like they're gonna have to figure it out soon, hopefully.
Yeah, I think for me that it was difficult for them to use their advantage. Their advantage is Camilla and Angel in the paint. Like that's their advantage 9 times out of 10 every game that they're playing. But it's difficult to use that as an advantage when the other team is packing the paint because the shooters aren't making shots. When you're not hitting shots, it's very easy to defend the post because you don't even got to go out there and defend. So I think it really starts with the guards being able to knock down open shots. It opens up so much and it spreads the floor so why? And I love the fact that Angel shot that three, took it, and made it. I like that. I like that Tyler is expanding her game. I like that I don't want to say expanding because Angel was more guard centric when she was at Maryland. So I like that he's putting in her positions to get the rebound and dribble up the court, start the transition. I like what I'm seeing. I can see like the foundational pieces forming, I guess is the best way to explain it. I can see the vision.
Yeah. You got Wiley.
I mean, y'all said it all. It's just more so time, like you said, time to jail.
Yeah.
New coach. You got Haley as your rook. Of course, Camilla and Angel. I love those two when they on the court, especially when
They can
Angel.
play high low.
Yeah, especially when Angel's up high, Mills down low. And because Angel can make that pass, Angel's always going to be able to make that pass. She makes sure she gets it in there, and they let Camilla rock. Like you said, please stagger those minutes. Because why are both Angel and Camilla off the floor at the same time? But this one definitely, just like Dallas, it's going to take time. Like once, shit. I guess we could say All-Star break. And I think with Chicago, it'll be before well before All-Star break, where we'll see that change in the team, and they'll get to going and clicking like they should.
Yeah.
Dallas, compared to Dallas, on the other hand, where it might be a little bit longer.
Yeah.
No, I'm excited to see what happens for Chicago, man.
You said they have who? The Liberty?
Yeah, they got the Liberty on Thursday. Then they play the Sparks Sunday. That could be a win.
That could be a win. Yeah. They coming out the gate with 2 hard games, huh? Indiana and
exactly both of them. And I think that one is.
But a good test for them though.
That is true.
Why does this cap Rachel Banham low key playing like the best guard on that team? I'm not going.
She is. She definitely is. She's definitely been playing.
And that was not on my bingo card. I'm like, what? So yeah, shout out to her for sure. Shout out to Big Lotto sister.
That's insane. But man, anything else y'all got, man, before we sign off?
No,
I got nothing, man. Let's just enjoy the game.
That's it, y'all.
I just want to enjoy the game. I love basketball to death. I try and watch as much as possible. Although this past weekend I couldn't watch as much. I was in Chicago. Shout out to Jay. Got to meet my guy Jay. Somebody said we look alike. That's funny.
I'm crying.
I did see that. Yeah, I did see that.
2 black men with locks, so they look alike. Okay, go ahead.
And glasses.
Right, and glasses. No, but that was dope. Of course, man. Again,
You
everybody,
met they
please
show
enjoy.
too, right?
Yes, I did meet.
Oh yeah,
Shell.
Beyonce concert. Yeah,
met the Shell at the concert. That was dope. Like I said,
that was the concert.
it's dope to be able to meet people outside of the internet, especially when people are not weird. That's the biggest part. As long as you're not weird, hey, I'm always down to meet new people and say what's up and hang out, whatever. So that, like, this past weekend was great. Like, it was a great weekend. I just didn't get to watch as much basketball as I wanted to because, of course, me being in Chicago. Period.
Oh yeah, just real quick before we sign off, gotta show you something, man. If you ain't get yours, make sure you get your A1s. If you ain't got it yet, hey, I got mine. These motherfuckers are comfortable too. I ain't gonna lie, I wore these Saturday night. They are super comfortable. Now, I'm glad I got a size up.
I'm telling you, them things snug.
I got tight, yo. I was like, oh damn. But nah,
Yeah.
I got a half size up on the blue and the white pair.
Yeah, I got a half size up too.
How they fit for you?
So they're fine. It felt a lot better than the 9.5 or the 9.5 in men that I ordered for oh my god, them pink pair. I had to like legit completely unlace and relace to get it to where it was comfortable enough.
They're like legit basketball shoes. Like you better go hoop. Like they're so snug to give you that support when you hooping. Like, yeah, they're legit basketball. They're not like really made for casual shoes. You can wear them casually, but they're legit basketball shoes.
Fuck all that. They casual for me.
I mean, they're casual for us, but they're literally made to hooping. You could.
Absolutely.
Nah,
I ain't stepping on nobody's court no time soon.
Shoot, me neither. Shit.
That's funny. I gotta get the white pair. I definitely gotta get the white pair. I don't know why, but they just look good to me. And I gotta get the slides.
Take my money, Asia.
Hey, again, shout out to Asia for these shoes.
Shout out to Asia.
They are so dope. They are so dope.
They are. All right, let's wrap this up. I'm tired.
Let's get out of here, man. Appreciate everybody for joining on, man. Wiley, cue the music.
Follow us on all social media platforms. The Best W Show. I think it's the Best Damn W Show on TikTok. On Twitter, I know it's the Best W Show. You can follow all of us on our social medias. You should already know it. I'm Lolo Bike, BYKE. Just one E, y'all.
God.
Yeah.
I don't know why they love impersonating you, Lo.
Me, okay? Some white man is impersonating me. It's weird.
And I don't know how I got in it. The man got my name in his bio. I don't know how I got it.
And now somehow Nick is involved for, I guess, exposing him that he was an impersonator.
I forgot about that. Yeah, I sure did do that.
And again, I love all people, white people included, but y'all racist MFs, like y'all can really chew on glass. Like I just want that to be clear. Like I really do. I love all people, but you racist, chew on glass and swallow it for me. You can follow me on TikTok, Who's with Low, and I think that's about it.
That's it.
That's it, man. We'll holler at y'all next episode.
One band, one sound. Now give me my theme music.